What's up, everybody? This is Greg with Advantage One Brokers, and this is the ADV1 podcast. This is the podcast we come to you each and every weekday. We bring you relevant topics and trainings, and we bring in guest speakers. I'm your host, Greg, and today I have a very special co-host or guest speaker. I have Miss Ella Webster. Ella, how are you doing today?
Doing great, Greg. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. So Ella, you joined us recently. And you've been having some crazy success. So I basically just wanted to come on board and talk to you. Tell us a little bit about how you got to Advantage One Brokers and what brought you here.
Okay. I actually came from a MLM. And had been with them for a few years and started just kind of feeling like I needed something different, that I wanted something that was more, that would give me more options. And then I met you during a sales training with another company, I guess, that we're
both a part of.
Partners with. Yeah. And so, and I just started thinking about, the things that you were saying, and I started doing some research and just decided that, hey, I want to be independent. I didn't want to be captive anymore. I didn't want to just have one option to offer to people, especially when I thought about the number of people that I was not able to help because I only had the one option, So that's what got me over to Advantage One Brokers. Then I gave you a call. And you were in California, I think it was, and you gave me an elevator pitch, which was supposed to be like 10 minutes, but ended up lasting about 20 minutes. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And from there, I was like, yeah, this is what I need. I definitely was on board from that point, but I still took a couple of days. I didn't want to just jump right into it, even though what you said was yeah, this is what I want to do. I still took a couple of days to kind of really think about it and honestly to pray about it. And my decision was made after I prayed about it. And I heard these words, I kid you not, come from amongst them and be ye separate. So that's what I did.
Yeah, no, you definitely came in and you started to make a name for yourself really quickly. So, what's your experience been like so far since you came on board? What's it been like with the leads? And I don't know if you've even, because I know that the program that we're on is a lead generation program for right. Online for Facebook, and so we're both a part of it. And I don't know if for your leads, if you're still using that and you're creating and you're generating your own, or if you've actually got some Advantage One leads. But what's your experience been like, and what challenges have you had? What successes have you had, and how are you attaining the level of success that you've got so far?
Well, I will have to say for me, the challenges was definitely the contracting, never ever having to do that before. Had no idea what that even looked like. But what I can say is that there is, I love Slack. I love Slack because there's so much information that even if I don't have a physical person to talk to, I can find an answer. And that's huge for me. I do have a military background. I spent 12 years in the Air Force. And so processes are very important. I just do not do well when there's not a process in place. And so to be able to be faced with what was totally new for me and be able to maneuver it very simply, because from the beginning, everything was just so easy, from the first email to the next email to the getting connected and kind of just really feeling like you're a part of this team was just so easy. So that was the biggest challenge for me.
Yeah.
Secondly, as far as the leads, to be perfectly honest, I do have some Advantage One leads, but I have been slowly using those because honestly, my success has been coming from previous people that I have not been able to help with the other company. So I went back to those people and said, hey, look, I'm with the new company. I have more options available. Let me see if I can get you covered.
Yeah.
And that's basically what it's been, you know. to the point where I'm like, I got to get these leads. I got to get to these leads because I mean, I have them
Yeah, yeah.
and I definitely plan to use them. And I make phone calls to schedule appointments. I actually have some appointments scheduled this week from some of the leads that I have with Advantage One.
Okay.
So that's exciting to me because with the other company, it was all about recruiting. And what really made me want to make the change was um, I just I was tired of chasing people, Greg.
Yeah.
I was tired of trying to get people to see an opportunity that they signed up for, but they didn't really see the opportunity.
Mhm.
And then it came back to, well, if that's the case, then I need to do something differently. But I knew that I was working hard, but people just were not, they were just not buying in. So in essence, I mean, I did well with the other company. I became a regional vice president, so I did really well. Um, but then I had a revelation. I had an epiphany, you might say. Um, every event that I went to talked about the number of hours that you have to work a day. And for 3 to 5 years, if you work these number of hours, then you will be making the six-figure income. You will be at the $1 million earner level, and so on and so forth. Greg, most people don't know this. I'm 61 years old, and I just realized I don't want to work that hard.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I've done that already. I mean, like I said, I was in the Air Force for 12 years. I've done many, many years of management with sales in different organizations. And I'm the kind of person that when I commit, I'm committed. And I've done the spend after work hours, spend 5 or 6 more hours in the office, making sure I've done all that. And so I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't. I'm going to leave that to those who have that energy. I don't want to have that energy.
Yeah.
I want to be able to enjoy my time, and I want to help people, but I don't want to help people at the expense of it being encompassing, like kind of taking over my life. So that was another reason that I decided to come on board with Advantage One Brokers as well. So um, that's two of the questions you asked me. I don't remember the third.
You basically covered it in whole. So what's the biggest case that you've written so far since you've been here?
Well, the biggest case, I wrote $2 million policies
Okay.
that I'm waiting to be approved, but
Mhm.
they have no health issues. They're young people. They just, I mean, so I don't see a reason why they won't get approved. Um, so it's a couple, and both of them have $1 million policies.
Okay.
But what I loved was when I did the what do you call it? When I did the medical questions in the assessment to see which carrier would fit them best, it actually came out cheaper than what I had before,
Yeah.
you know.
Having
So
options of multiple carriers can do that.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I was so excited about that. It's like I'm like a kid in a candy store, like, oh my God, oh my God, I can do this. And it's not gonna cost them an arm and a leg. Oh my God.
And you're getting excited just about like helping somebody. Like,
Yes,
that's awesome.
exactly.
That's awesome.
Exactly. And these particular people were referrals from the people that I reached out to that I couldn't help before.
Yeah.
So,
That's so awesome. That's
so yeah.
fantastic. Um, so, how's the training been like for you here in terms of like I don't think that's something that we really hit on a lot with the agents when we bring them on. But when it comes to the different trainings, the final expanse, more section, now you will, and stuff like that, even our national sales call, I know I see you on there usually.
Yeah.
How are they for you? How are they helping you a lot? Are they helping you to close more deals and teach you about the carriers and all that?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's key. That's definitely key. I kind of feel like a new agent, even though it's been about 3 years. December will be 3 years since I've been in the industry. But again, because I have new products that I was not familiar with before, actually products that have been talked down before as not good products. And, just to get the real gist of what these products offer people. And, I just really had to come to the realization of, if these products were so bad, if these companies are so bad, how are these companies still in existence? Because that's really what we were taught. It's like, the company that I was with, you're the best company of all. There's no better company. There's no better compensation plan. There's no better training,
Mm-hmm.
all of that. And I don't fault them for that, because if you're a company that can't say that about your company, then I'm going to give you the side eye. I don't want to, I'm like, you should think you're the best company, and you should be promoting that you're the best company. But the point is, tell the truth, you know, be transparent. There are other products that I'm learning so much about, because training is available every single day, that I literally put in my calendar, from this time to this time I'm going to be on training, because I know there's so much that I need to know, you know. And in the beginning, it gave me a little bit of pause. I was a little apprehensive, because I don't know these products, and I don't want to steer people down the wrong path, and so on and so forth. But like I said earlier about Slack, and even reaching out to individuals who don't know me from Adam,
Mm-hmm.
who are willing to help me, if I have a question, I can direct message them, and they're more than happy to help me.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
So
that makes
that's
all the
key.
world in the difference.
It makes all the world of
Yeah.
difference. It really does. It really does. So I love the fact that there's training every day, and even times when I'm not able to jump on the training is still available for me later,
Mm-hmm.
and it's easy to get to.
Yeah.
That's key.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, we always try
is
to make
very
make
key.
everything, and that's something that one of the things I really like most about when I met Spencer and Chris, and I looked at their structure. Everything that they did was like, how can we make agents' lives easier and help them to find success faster? Because
Yeah.
if agents aren't successful, we are not successful as an IMO.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
And so everything they do is in the vein of, let's help agents be more successful, get the training so they know what to select whenever they're sitting in front of a client, and get them in front of qualified prospects that are looking for insurance so they can do their job.
Right.
And
Right.
that's just a recipe for success. When you put others in front of you and ahead of you to be successful and succeed and be very profitable, you're in turn are going to be profitable as well.
Absolutely.
But if you do it,
Absolutely.
if you're hiring and you're bringing on a bunch of people so that you can make money, and you care only about yourself making money, your agents are going to see that, they're going to feel that, they're going to know that, and you're going to have a higher fall off amount of agents that just can't make it because you don't care about their success. You care about
Right.
your success. And
Exactly.
so, no, I think
Exactly. And it was a breath of fresh air for me also, to not have to worry about recruiting. It
yeah,
really was. It really was. Because with the other company, recruiting is everything, is number one. And everything else is supposed to follow recruiting. But the truth is, if you're recruiting and people are not working, you're just recruiting. So you're independent anyway. So I'm like, well, I'm not making any money this way because people are not getting it. So I might as well be profitable initially on my own efforts,
hmm
and bring people in as they want to come in. I don't have to reach out to people to say, hey, this is an opportunity. They're going to see what I'm doing, and they're going to, I mean, if they want to know, I'm definitely going to tell them. But I'm not reaching out to anybody to say, hey, come jump on board with me, because for me right now, it is about me learning what I need to learn, so that when I do bring people on, they're not stagnant, that they're getting what they need, which honestly was lacking a lot, where I was. So
yeah, naturally. So, but you're here. You're in a good place. How much business have you written total, annual premium that you've submitted in the last? I think it's like 2-3 weeks that you've been really writing business. How much have you done total?
yeah, so honestly, as far as actually writing, it's only been about a week that I've actually written,
Okay.
because I was waiting on contracting, right?
No,
So I've written total probably about 8,000.
8,000 in the first week. That's
Yeah,
good. That's good. And,
yeah.
and like, have you had any weeks in your previous company that you were writing 8,000 with that ease?
Absolutely not.
it's
Absolutely
a
not.
world of difference, right? When you
A
have
world of difference. A world of difference.
you have the products, you have the carriers, you're getting the training, you are getting lead support. Like when you combine all these little things together, it just makes success so much easier
Absolutely.
for individual agents, especially when you're coming, like you said, you've been in the industry for a few years now, and you know you had not experienced something like this in your first week of writing business.
Right.
You know,
Absolutely. Yeah.
that makes a huge difference.
It
But
makes a huge difference. And I mean, even the commission level, I mean, you start so low at the other place. And I love the fact that when I do start bringing people in, they don't have to start at like the lowest percentage level to get commission and move up
mm,
based on recruiting to get there. That my goal is really to help people have a viable business. That if you're like me who wanted to walk away from corporate America, I said it before and I'll say it today, I will never work for corporate America again. I love being independent. I love making my own hours. I love working when I want to work.
mm,
I love not having to answer to anyone. I mean, that's personality flaw. I don't know. I don't care. I don't like answering to people. So,
yeah, yeah. No,
so I
it's
love,
good. It is a mindset shift, but when you've done it for
yeah.
so long, you're absolutely right. I can't imagine asking another grown man or woman permission to go to Lee for a weekend. You know, like it's
Exactly.
not happening.
Exactly.
If I want to go on a trip and go see my kids, or if I want to go on a trip and go out of
Right.
country, I'm doing it, and I'm not asking permission from
Or
somebody.
even if I just like wake up Monday morning or Tuesday morning, like, you know what? I just really don't feel like working today.
Yeah,
I don't have to think of an excuse why I don't want to go in the office. I just understand that if I don't work, I don't eat.
yeah,
But it's up to me. It
yeah.
is strictly up to me. So, and I love that. And the other place just really started feeling like corporate America to me. I mean, um we all know in sales, people don't buy the product, people buy you,
Yeah.
right? I've been in sales for many, many years. I have maybe 20 plus 20 more than 20 years experience in sales, different kinds of sales,
Hmm.
and have always done well with it, right? um but when I start to market myself versus that company, then I'm like being told I can't do that. I'm like, wait, people are buying me. They're not buying you. They're buying me.
Yeah.
But so to be told that you can't do that started feeling like, okay, there's a thumb again. There's a thumb down, I'm not here for the thumb.
Yeah. And you're
Not
1099
for,
anyways. You can do what you want.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
why would they stop that? What's up to
Yeah,
them? So,
yeah,
um, um, and that's crazy to me because it, it doesn't make sense because if you start to get massive success, it shows other agents that it can be done and then they do it.
yeah,
And then that company just makes more profitability off of it anyways.
exactly.
So it
Exactly.
doesn't make any sense for them to shut it down. Oh, well, they're lost. Like, we'll,
Well, thank you.
we'll take it. We'll let you do it. Are you doing most of your appointments? Are they remote? Are you doing like telesales, remote sales, Zoom stuff like that? Are you going in home? How are you doing it?
I am never going to go in anybody's home.
Okay, perfect.
I am 100% remote. And the reason being is that I do have clients in different states. I'm based in Texas, but I didn't want to limit myself by just going in homes.
Okay.
So I am I'm not doing telesales. I'm going to explore that down the line.
Hmm.
I'm really just doing what I know, and what I know is Zoom appointments and being remote. So even with the other company, Texas is not my home. I'm originally from Georgia.
Hmm.
So, but being in the military, of course, you travel around.
Yep. Yep.
So I was in a very cold market here, very cold market, which makes it very difficult under that module because it's based on warm market leads, or, and well, when I went
People
through
you
my
know.
warm market, it's like, okay, where are my people? Which
Hmm.
is why I went to the other program, which I cannot prove this, Greg, but I promise you, it is my belief that people in that industry or in that platform who are making the six figures and the $1 million, they're doing something else that they're not telling us about,
Yes,
and they're promoting what the company says to promote.
that is
But
true.
I just started thinking about it. I said, they've got to be doing something different.
They are.
They've got to be. I'm working this hard and I'm not getting any results.
Hmm.
And I'm keep being told recruit, recruit, recruit. but I'm not getting any results.
It's like
So I'm
work
like,
harder,
something
work
has to be
harder.
different.
Like if you can't tell me, and it's like you were just saying earlier, like, hey, I do really well with processes, and I'm the
Yeah.
same way. Prior military, I do real well with processes. If you
Yeah.
give me a process and I try it 10 times and every single time it fails, and I look at you and say, how are all these other people over here doing this? And your answer to me is either work harder, you're not working hard enough.
Right.
For my practice company, it was buy more leads.
Buy more leads. Yeah.
Okay. Or just recruit more, which
Yeah.
both of our companies like
Right.
that is not an answer to the
No.
question we are asking or our
Right.
concerns. And it becomes very relevant, but very prevalent to us, to people like us, when we're like questioning things that your system doesn't work and the people that are making it work are not following your system. And
Right.
all they're doing is they're kissing the ring in a sense, and they're saying, "Oh yeah, I'll say that this is the system, and I'll say
Right.
that's how I'm doing it to promote other people to do it, but I'm going to do this."
Right.
And people are
Exactly.
and people at the highest levels are okay with it. I saw it all the time in my company. They still do it. They still have people
Yeah.
saying that they're making six figures a month off of internet leads. I can guarantee you, there's not one person that is using all internet leads that's making six figures a month. And
Yeah.
anyone that is, if you were to switch them over to just internet leads, not one of them would make six figures a month. Not
Exactly.
one of them. No, none
Exactly.
of them have the skill necessary because those are not leads. So,
Right.
so, so don't say things that are blatantly untrue.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. And for me, it's integrity. I mean, I live my life by the Lord. I'm a born again Christian. I live my life by the word and by what I feel the Lord wants me to do.
Yeah.
So when there are things that are questionable as far as what we should be doing, and it's a matter of your integrity being challenged, I'm
Mhm.
like, I'm not going to do that. I'm just not going to do that. And I'm definitely not going to teach other people to do that because I know it's wrong. But those are the people that are being celebrated for becoming four or $500,000 earners when you know that they're not doing things the right way,
Yeah.
you know. So it kind of it puts you in a position where you really, if you stay under that, you start to second guess yourself. And I'm like, that just won't do because I'm never going to try to cheat people.
Yeah.
I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to want to put someone in something that's not going to be beneficial for them just for the sake of getting a number or just for the sake of making a sale. I don't want to do that. That's not how I want to live my life. So yeah, those it was several things that made me decide, Ella, you need to look at being independent.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, definitely. And what's funny is that like we kind of connected over trainings that we were doing with the company we're both in,
right.
still in, and well, I'd say group
Yeah.
of a collective group of insurance agents looking to find better ways to make our
Right.
job easier.
Right.
And you and I had a candid conversation because I was like, "Hey, who are you with?" And I was like, "I bet you're with this company." And you were like, "Yes, I am." And I was like, "Hey, that's fine. That's great. Everyone has a vehicle, and
Right.
and you have a niche market, but it's going to be hard for you to serve as many people as you're trying to serve
Right.
and doing it like an online niche market kind of scenario because they may not fit the specific
Correct.
qualifications that your company has." So just a recommendation, you might look at becoming independent and just opening your suite of products. And
Right. And that's one thing you said to me that I really had not stopped to think about wholeheartedly,
mhm,
that there's no one size fit all product.
yeah,
There's no one size fit all. And that other company, that's exactly what it is. It's a one size fits all.
yeah,
But you're in it and you know that one size doesn't fit all because there's so many people that you can't help.
yeah,
So, but then you leave them hanging because you're not allowed to refer them to other companies. You can't even, you're captive. So you can only promote that company.
mhm,
And it's like, how am I really helping people?
yeah.
Am I really helping people?
the very select few that that fit the exact qualifications, and it's like, hey, this product makes sense for you. Okay, awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, yeah, for
Select few.
those ones you're helping.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Yeah.
so okay. Uh, so you talked like you mentioned building and how it's good that you don't have to build, but when you're ready to build, you have a structure. You can get them to the right comp. You know they're going to get they're going to get the training necessary, the lead support,
Right.
stuff like that. Um, what are you thinking in terms of when you want to start building? How do you want to structure your team? What do you want to build to? Or are you, I I think you said something pertinent. Is like I don't, you said you're 61. You said 60. So
Yeah. 61.
61 years old. Okay. Which, by the way, you don't look a day over 35. I'm just saying.
Well,
So,
thank you.
so, so you're like, hey, man, I don't want to grind it out. And like, I believe that insurance can definitely be a grind in most companies, but I believe
Hmm.
that there's a system here that allows you to find success without having to sacrifice
Right.
all the time that you have and sacrifice time with your family or sacrifice whatever it is that's important to you. You can do both as long
Yeah.
as you work smartly and you follow the system. You can still make a lot of good money. You can still build a team. You can still help your agents, and you can still enjoy your life. And
Right.
so, I do feel that our system here allows people to do that. And so, with that being said, do you want to build a team eventually? Are you
Absolutely. I have a few people that I have brought on.
okay?
But what I love about it is there's not the pressure
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
to bring people on. So I've got a couple that are in the licensing process. They're doing the studies. I have a couple of individuals that are already licensed, one of them being my daughter. And so she's going to come on board as well. Um, so yeah, I do plan to grow a team. I really just kind of see this as a natural transition. So however it happens, it happens. Um, until I get to that point where I'm like, you know what? Yeah, now I really want to have a team that's really like, that's popping.
Yeah.
But I just feel like right now for me, I need so much more information myself because going back to the processes and the military upbringing, I'll say, I find it hard to respect a person who doesn't know how to help me. I'll say it that way, in the sense of if I go to you and you're my upline,
Uh-huh.
you should be able to point me in the right direction. You know, I'm not saying you have to have all the answers, but you should be able to point me in the right direction. So
Exactly.
I feel that way even about people that I would bring on. There's processes here that even if I don't know, I know that I can point them in the right direction. You
And,
know,
and
so
I think that's you're bringing up a great point, and that's where it comes with managers and quote unquote leaders that come into the industry that start building a team is they don't understand like the responsibility that's been placed upon them when you don't have to know all the answers, but you do need to do the work to find the answers and know how to
right,
find them for the people that are asking you questions and not just give them blanket answers of just work harder, just buy more
yeah,
leads. Just that's because that's not answering the question.
yeah,
That's not leadership, and if you're bringing anybody into the business, you best believe it is your responsibility to them
yeah,
to ensure their success and put them in the
absolutely,
best position possible. And that's not throwing them to videos, just go watch these videos and then figure it out. That's actually
right,
having conversations with them. That's answering their questions. That's, hey, they have an issue and if you can't solve it, you know where they need to go to solve it. And you
right,
talk them through the process.
exactly,
So no,
exactly,
you're absolutely right. And it's good that you're coming on board like that. I mean, obviously you're buying into the culture here, but I think it's because that's part of your culture anyways. It's like, hey, I just want to take
right,
care of people. I want to put them in a better position.
exactly,
And when you do that, your team's going to grow to unimaginable sizes because people are going to enjoy working alongside you because they know they can trust you
right.
and they can trust that you're going to help them no matter what comes their way.
Right, and it's not selfish. It's like my success is not contingent upon what the other person does.
Yeah.
So it doesn't become oh, I need you to work this business so that I can get to the next level. You know, It's all about, what does this person need?
Mm-hmm.
If they're coming on to just say they want to make $5,000 a month, then that's where I want to help them to get
Yeah.
to. If
Yeah.
they never ever in their life want to recruit, fine.
That's
You
fine.
don't have to. I mean, let me help you get what you want. And that takes so much pressure off of me or any manager, I feel, who just want to help people,
Yeah.
and that's really what it boils down to me. I just want to help people. I want to help those that need the products, and I want to help those that need a different avenue in life to earn an income, to earn a good income, you know, because the finance field is a very lucrative field. We all know this, Um, I have my life license, of course, but I'm also securities licensed, Um, and I want to utilize those to the benefit of others. Yes, it's going to benefit me, but I don't want it. I don't want my benefit to be at the forefront before the other person's. And that's
Yes.
how I felt before.
Well, Ella, I appreciate you taking the time and having a conversation with me. And
Thank
I'm sure a lot of people are going to watch this and they're going to say, man, I really want to work alongside Ella because she is speaking truth. So,
you.
so Ella, if anybody wants to get a hold of you, what's the best way that they can contact you?
The best way to contact me really is going to be they can call me.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't answer, of course, leave either a voice message or a text message. And my number to call is going to be 830-356-6581.
Mm-hmm.
They can also reach me on Facebook, and they can send me a direct message on Facebook. Honestly, I'm not on Instagram that much. Social media is kind of new to me as far as like really getting out there.
Yeah.
So I spend more time on TikTok than I need to. But anyway.
Another all that. Another all that.
I know, right? It's such good things such funny things out there, some cute little things. But yeah, so the best way is going to be to either call me, send a text message, or direct message me from Facebook. And on Facebook, it's just Ella Webster.
Okay. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Everybody, thank you so much for taking part in the ADV1 podcast today. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. If you got anything from this, if you enjoyed the conversation between Ella and I, if you chuckled, if you learned anything, if you liked this, then you got some value out of it, and that's what we hope to do, is bring value to you. And if you got any value, here's the cost: share this with somebody that you think would also get value from watching this. So that keeps the lights on for us and allows us to keep doing content for free for everybody out there. Just so everyone knows, I always like to do my shameless plug. We have swag in the ADV1 swag store. So you want some hashtag t-shirts, you want a hashtag t-shirt made specifically for you, you can reach out to us. You want polos, we got shirts, we got pants, we got jackets, pullovers, hoodies, we got it all. So go to the ADV1 Brokers swag store. It's in the AdvantageOneBrokers.com website. Just go to AdvantageOneBrokers.com, make your account. If you already have your account, you can go to the store tab that's on the left-hand side. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching ADV1. We come to each and every